Hello and welcome. So I am going to take a quickish look at the Times Cryptic crossword. This is the proper 15 by 15. It's been published on Tuesday the 12th of August 2025. I have no idea whether this is going to be easy or hard. Some information there at the top just about the Times Championship, so don't worry about that. That's Saturday, October the 11th, and I can tell you I will not be taking part in it. Anyway, don't get any setter information with the main cryptic, so I'm just going to reset the timer and crack on. Upright piano in bash. It's probably P, isn't it, for piano? Turning note ruined. Tuning note ruined. Upright piano. Don't know. Fight doctor in film. Fight doctor. Doctor war. Doctor would be MB. No, that ain't gonna happen, is it? Film. Mist, Mimbit. Chap hogging last syrup from this. Okay, chap is man. Gent. Syrup from this. What do you get syrup? Syrup comes from maple. Yeah, maple syrup. Male. Excuse me. Hard material. Too hard. We fancy. Is that just an anagram of too hard we? I would think it is, isn't it? Which makes it, who knows what it could be. It could be anything, it could be anything from tar macadam to lace, so to speak, in terms of material. Could be concrete. None of those work, obviously, but weather is sort of in there. Not quite, there's no extra E. Excuse me. Schools, silent after dismissing current charge. Change. Current is I, so silent is quiet, but that'd be Q-U-E-T, wouldn't it? Schools would be, if that were quiet, silent without the I. Schools, change. I'm not sure about that. Let's go on to get rid of devious character seen around Times page. Get rid of devious character seen around Times page. Times can be X, P can be page. Expel? Devious character an eel. Yes, expel. Clear with agreement to adopt Republican Broadcasting Company. Ooh, what's that? Clear is overt or plain. With agreement is yes to adopt. Agreement to adopt broadcasting company. Looks to be ITV or BBC, is it? Overt. Okay. One not quoted, abandoning chapter. Quoted is cited. One not quoted. Abandoning. One not quoted, abandoning. Fussed vaguely. Satisfied to be welcoming a couple of females. It's just there should be a double F in there, doesn't it, really? Fussed vaguely. Satisfied is met. Sat. Don't think that's going to work. I'm going to leave double F there because I think a couple of females is probably double F, but quite where. Maybe it's FF there. Maybe it's FF at the start. Affluent or something. Effect. Advertisement. Possibly attached to Newgate. Possibly attached to Newgate. So there's an anagram of gate. Can't think what will fit there. Advertisement is a, don't know. Attached is tie, tied, or is it add, tie, tied N sort of thing to get to a gate. Can't remember what a bar, 5-bar gate. Portal. Dark changes enveloping area in African city. want to go aqua, but that doesn't work. Dark. Is that just an anagram of dark with an A? In which case it will be radical. I don't know. I'm just trying to think what. Can't think of anywhere that would be. Texas City, accommodating couples, run this, not half. Texas City is Dallas, Houston, or Austin generally. Could be El Paso. Couples run this, not half. Which is run this, not half would be, or is it that? Probably that, isn't it? It's like north. Accommodating couples to Fort Worth. Yeah, Fort Worth, okay. I'll go with that. That's the 2. I know what 4 is in there. Accommodating 4. Okay. Rippling nude torso. Could that be an anagram of nude torso? And if it is, what does it get me to? And it looks like it should be. Beefy stuff. I'm assuming beefy stuff is going to turn out to be like oxtail soup or something. Given the misdirection of the surface, probably. Torso nude. Okay, we'll come back to that. Returned lots of cotton. It's shrinking. Lots of cotton candy, cotton ball, cotton wool. Excessive energy in sailors is not good. Excessive energy in sailors. Abis. Not good is. Tars. TAR. Tears. Can't see where that's going. ORs. No. Wind player at home, tucking into wine. Wine. Wind player. Got an IN there somewhere. Probably get about there, won't it? I don't know. Just guessing. Into wine. Wine. That's where I have a bit of claret. Oh, that went well. Claret. Clarinet. Okay. That looks like a the word, doesn't it? Working to death without hint of alleviation. Exactly. To the working to death. That's anagram to death. Death is 5, 2. I need another letter. Do the on the dot. Must be a the, mustn't it, in there? Death to the add. Working without a hint of without an A. Okay. Maybe it's not then. Exactly. On the dot. Yeah, it must be on the dot, mustn't it? Dot. The working out. Working on the dot. Okay. On is working. The dot is death without an A. Okay, that's nice. Right, let's go get some more downs. Downs. I'm on the downs. Right. It's taken me 8 minutes to go through all those clues. Understand individual has secure manuscript. A precious item. Well, it's MSM, so that must be that. Long individual is 1. A MSA. A precious item. Amethyst. Could that be amethyst? No. MS. Understood is got. No. Okay. Brightest star heads for home abruptly after a recording. Brightest star is, well, Sirius or something. Alpha. ALP. Home. abruptly. Yeah, Alpha. Okay. I assume that's relating to Alpha Centauri. Public meeting to urge diet. Ugh, there's a lot going on there. A lot of letters to fill in, and just an F. Well, I'm not even sure about the F I meant to say. Public meeting is a general sleep. People's public is out. Not getting much there. Foolish person in school mess. Foolish person in school mess. What is going on there? I will avoid. Seems like ill. I will avoid describing original server as excellent. It's like the waiter. Water. I mean, WR at the end looks like it should be water. Could be waiter if you take the I out of it. Original server. Excellent. I think that's probably water, but I can't really put that. I will. Original server. Let's put that as a T. To the. Not sure. Right. Lives in this place will. Lives in this place will retain power where life exists. Well, there's P for power. Lives in this place where life exists. Is that a sphere? This place is here. This place. Biosphere. What is that biosphere? Or is it by B? Well, I put bio because I was thinking of B to live. B. This place is here. Retaining power is a P. Where life expect. I'm sure that should be biosphere, but I'm going to leave it like that for now and come back to it. Saunter to end a road and do nothing after one leaves. So end of saunter is to dawdle. End of road is a D. Do nothing is to do nothing after one leaves. Why would that be dawdle? Would it be? I don't think it would really. Let's have a look at this one. Fight doctor in film. Okay, if that's an M, B, then that'd be that. Combat, that'd be film would be a coat. Okay, combat. Yep, we'll go with that. So that's completely wrong there, but looks good for biosphere, and that looks like an on the or of the. What's this? Saunter to end of road. So is that a D there? Do nothing after one leaves. Trail, trawl, tail. Not sure. Okay, people attending American University. Fancy food at the Sorbonne. Is the American University MIT? In which case, what's people attending American University? It could just be uni, couldn't it? Uni. Attending American University. Fancy food at the Sorbonne. I'm assuming fancy food at the Sorbonne is saying we need a French word for. Oh, that T's irrelevant, maybe, isn't it? I'm going to get rid of that. People attending American university would be students. Don't know. Alright, pursue clubs, perhaps, for training gear. Pursue is to trail or dog. Clubs are suit, track suit, I suppose. Nice. Is that going to be any better? Waffle, fussed, baffle. Become a couple of vaguely satisfied. Saftal. Not sure. Okay, let's go back to tracksuit and go on to the next. Oh, got on the dot already. Welshman. That's going to be die or either. Or Evans. Finally losing heart. Accommodated by father and daughter. Welshman. Finally losing heart. Dated by father and daughter. Daughter can't be a excuse me. So that must be FD. Finally losing heart. I can't get by F and D, but that there finally would be Daffyd. Daffyd. FY for finally. Dad. Oh yeah, Dad. No, hang on. What's going on there? FY. I think it is Daffyd, but Dad. Accommodated by father. Okay, is it Daffyd like that? I would think it's got to be Dad with FY in it, and then a D for the next one. I think it is how it will be. We shall see. I think that's what it's going to be. In which case, this is going to be. It can't be FFED. That must be an ED, mustn't it? Fussed is faffed. Fed. And a couple of females fed. Yeah, nice. Okay, let's go over to mate shipping oars drifting in shade. Oh, shade's never a good one. Shipping oars. Feels like it should be an anagram. Or mate. Or sa. In shade. Drifting, yeah, oars drifting in shade. Can't be a DA there, can it really? In fact, it can't if it's an anagram neutral, so could be an O though, by the looks of it. In which case that would be an arse. Mate would be a SA. Doesn't look very reasonable, so it could be S. Soul. Not sure about that. Let's leave that like that for now. Mate. Shipping oars drifting in a shade doesn't really in shade, sorry. Not sure about that. Umbral. Okay, rubbish suggestion mostly thrown up in computer program. That looks like app. Why would that be app? Mostly thrown up. Lobbed. App lob. Well, if it was P for app, I don't know it is, but if we put that, computer program must be an app, mustn't it? Mostly thrown will be upwards actually. So cast will be cas. Doesn't really work. What was this? Dark changes. Oh, there's McKay. Okay, let's go app there then. I'm not very good. I'm not. Oh, Dakar. Dakar is the place I was trying to think of. Yeah, of course. Dakar, which is so it's the capital of Senegal. Rubbish suggestion. Thrown up, mostly thrown up in this one. Excessive energy in sailors is not good. Not sure about that PP really. Right, let's come from there to novel of Paris and of another city. Novel of Paris and of another city. Rome. Roman. Where's the incoming? N for novel. Don't really work, does it? Paris. Okay, what was this? Returned lots of cotton. It's shrinking. Return lots of cotton is not sure. Okay, well it's not bad, is it? Really? You know, take me 20 minutes to go through it all, but let's have a look at what we got over here again. Let's start going through again. So not right piano in bash. Turning note ruined. I think it's probably upright is the definition here. Piano in bash. Word for bash. I mean, bash could be to strike and hit. It could be a party of some sort. And then tuning note ruined. Obviously that's an anagram of note, which would have to, well, it wouldn't have to, but I'd think it'd be eaten. That doesn't really get me to. Okay, if that was public meeting to urge diet every. If that was a Y, is that going to help me? School silent after dismissing current change. Phew, I'm going to leave that as that. I'm not convinced it's. I believe it's 010. 010. Take that out for a minute. If that was no, gosh, where have I gone? There. 4 down. O. Foolish person in school. Oh, I don't think that's an anagram. It's not a hidden word. Oaf is a foolish person in school. Mess is oatmeal. Why would that be oatmeal? It wouldn't be oatmeal because it's oaf. If that was an F, hard material, too hard we fancy, doesn't work, does it? Okay, that's definitely not going right. Let's take that out and that and that. So yeah, we're on the hard material, too hard we. I think that probably is an anagram of that. Whether I can get it from 2 letters, too hard we. I've got rid of the T and an O. Hardwood, hard. Hard's in the clear, isn't it? Hard material, hard's in the material, clear twice actually. So it's unlikely to be again. Wheat. So wood, maybe. Yeah, probably wood, because we seem to have enough letters for wood, which would leave me heartwood. Is heartwood a hard material? Or is there a different anagram there? Wreathwood, heartwood. Let's go with that. This will be to toddle, won't it? Saunter is to toddle, to end of road, and do nothing after one leaves. To toddle, to diddle. Okay, we've got two end of that. Do nothing could be dull, but idle. Yeah, idle. Take out the I. Okay, yep, that works. That must be. If that was Hartwood, then that'd be of the or on the. I will avoid describing original server as excellent. On the something water doesn't seem. On the original would be first water, first waiter. look at this one. Advertisement, possibly attached to new gate. Attached to new gate. There's an anagram down here. If it's an anagram, which I think it probably is. So yeah, hang on, just going to cross some more letters for the what I think's Heartwood. Yeah, I think I'm going. Okay, I'm going to go with that being Heartwood for now, or as it stands. This one, new torso, N-U-D-E-T-R-S-O-O. Bit harder that one. UDO gone. U-D. Beefy stuff would be Trun. Don't know. Let's go back to these crosses. Whereas Heartwood, schools silent. Schools is trains. Silent after dismissing current change. Trains. Unlikely to be an MST there, is it? That's a big problem. This one, clear with agreement to adopt Republican. So agreement is in a pact. Clear. I don't think out is clear. Broadcasting company is could be Sky, I suppose. Sky, what would that be? Not very likely. Could be there, can it? Okay. One not quoted abandoning chapter. Oh gosh. Well, not quoted would be unsighted, wouldn't it? But is it possible quoted is a sound-like indicator? Not sure. Okay, let's keep going from there. Advertisement, possibly attached to new gate. That appears an ad and an N for new attached to that. Ad. But advertisement possibly wouldn't really be ad, would it, if it's that? Let's have a look at this one down here. Mate shipping oars drifting in shade. Mate shipping oars. Not getting much there. This one here should be more rubbish suggestion. Let's mostly thrown up in computer program. Well, I can't really see how that can be ADPP at this point for an app. Not to say it can't be. Mostly thrown up would be sick, rubbish. Could be suggestion mostly. Maybe it's a suggestion, which is a hint. Rubbish is add. What can it be? Add. Don't really like that at all. Let's just have a look at this bit. Excessive energy in sailors is not good again. P doesn't really look very good. So just editor. Rot idea. Yeah, it's just editor. Editor. You see, rot. I was thinking rot is always rubbish, and idea mostly is most of a suggestion. Ah, what's this? Yes, it's that word again. Tour for the beefy stuff. T. I would think it has to be. I'll give you TR. I'd like it to be TE though, but it could be TO. True. Don't know. Okay. Excessive energy in sailors is not good. That's rating, is it? Rating. Rating is sailors. Rats. So these are ratings, but without good would be rating. Rating. Excessive energy. Can't see what that'll be. 30 minutes. Got a bit done, haven't I? But this one, public meeting to urge diet. It just feels like it's going to be really hard. Because it's probably, the question mark's just, it's probably just a cryptic clue as much as anything, so these two long ones are really hard. Let's put it that way. I will avoid describing original server of the. No idea. That's water, but I think it probably is water. Return of lots of cotton. It's return lots of cotton. Lots of cotton is. It's shrinking. I can't even think what cotton comes in bundles, I think. Novel. I really feel like that's Roman, but I can't see why it would be if it is. Of Paris would be DE, but that can't work. Novel of Paris would be Neue. Nui? Oh, is that the German word? Nui, N-U-I. Not sure. And of another city. I'm fairly happy with Fort Worth. That much I am fairly happy with. Don't really understand accommodating, but two for couples, run, and this, not half. If that was Roman, damn, no idea. If that was first, as I keep thinking it was because it's original, then that would be IS. Advertisement. Advertisement going with Bill, can't it? Bill it. Not sure about that. This one was one not quoted. Abandoning chapter. Excited. I don't think I'm excited though, 'cause there's not a lot of fun in there. People attending, okay, people attending American University, aim it. That's gone high there though. Dismissing current. Doesn't look very likely, is it? American Uni. Fancy food, it's sort of one. Caviar, would that work? People are a race. Nation, Nat. People could be a race. And American and Uni. Could be. Riso, would that be a fancy food? Not heard of it if it is. Could be though. Would fit. I mean, that would be a decent-ish ending to a word. And then that could be something, but sight, bit too hard this one, I think. Public meeting, no, can't get to that. Upright piano. Upright straight, no. Bash, in bash. No. Understand. To understand is to individual has secured manuscript. So an individual is one or lone. And then a precious item. I mean, it looks more like a gemstone, isn't it? What's that? A get manuscript with one. Yeah. Okay. Clear. I did say train, didn't I? Actually, I said the MST wasn't going to work, but train. School trains. I think this rater is just rubbish that I put there, so I really shouldn't leave that there at the moment. Let's see what we get to. Public meeting. Upright is piano in bash. There's not going to be a P for piano there. It could be a P there, in which case grapple, grab. Turning. Turning note ruined. Bash turning. So is that going to be? Let's try the P there, just out of interest, because that will give me public meeting. Plain preen. Can't see that being a P. No. Okay, I'm not sure about trains, to be fair. Clear with agreement to adopt Republican Broadcasting Company is a not notify. To clear with agreement, maybe notify, notice. this word, just an F and an R in the middle of nowhere, isn't really going anywhere. This feels like it should be rating, but excessive energy in sailors is not good. Tars. Can't really see what that's going to be though. $40, yeah, I don't normally go much longer than this if I'm really struggling. That TUDO, R's, S's and O's and E's. I mean, I don't know, EO is there for certain, but I guess it'd probably be an EO. Truced, not truced. Trussued. Doesn't seem very likely, does it? Two radio. Could be some kind of radio. I don't think so. Beefy stuff. I mean, radios do have balls at them, so that would be beefy. But so just a pal. Excuse me. Excuse me. Parasol. Parasol for a shade. Okay. That's interesting. Bring back one of my. Get rid of my S. Bring back I had in there. Also. I've still got an N there. I didn't realise that. I've been missed tornadoes. Beefy stuff. Can't be tornadoes like that. But might be tornadoes. Tornadoes. Leave that open for now. This one, still been a pain. Public meeting to urge start. I'm just going to write that out horizontally because I don't even know if the first bit's right really. He's saying N. And then the second bit I think are more right, at least the F and the R are. 3, F, R, maybe an N. Conference. It's a conference. To urge diet. What kind of conference would that be? What's this? Rat. In sailors. Okay, the fact that I've got two O's, an R and an E to put in there. I think tornadoes is probably the most likely. For what I know. RTE, excessive energy. Excessive. Ret. In sailors. Sailors are ratings, they are ORs, they are TARs. They're just the Royal Navy. Is it rotten? OTT. OTT energy. Okay, rotten it is. There we go. Good. Okay, well that feels like 44 minutes. 1, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not great, but I feel like there's a lot more of that grid done now, and like if I had to quit now I could maybe think I haven't done too bad. Except in a sort of a defeatist, half defeatist way. Nitrogen, what's this? Clear. Clear is adopt Republican. Not gnawed. Clear. What's clear? Nat. Nation. I don't know. That trains is right. Conference. Public meeting is well, it's a conference, isn't it? But what kind of conference? And is that trains for schools? Schools is trains, but whether it's correct in this time, after dismissing, in which case silent after dismissing that would be trains, and change would be transport. Would that be right? Ah, okay, take the trains silent. Transport, what is that transport? Trains without the I, and port silent. Not sure about that. But if that was an S, that would be a maybe transfer. Transfers. Change. I like the trans bit better though on that. Chess conference to urge diet. What kind of diet is it? Press conference? Pairs conference? Conference? Press? Yeah, press conference. Public meeting is a press conference. I don't really understand that. Diet, I mean, are we talking about conference pairs? I think that's, there's my P as well. So go with press conference on that one. Upright piano is not grand, is it? Grapple, note ruined. Graphic, in bash, okay. Piano and bash would be, well, can't be grapple with double P, can it? Can it? Oh. I don't actually know that. Oh, it's earthwood. No, it can't be earthwood because the T. Can it? Okay, if that was earthwood, let's just try it as earth. Then what would that be? Can't see what word goes there really. Hue, hoe. Earthwood's a much better word though for hard material. I'm going to go with that being biosphere. What's this P? Advertisement, possibly. Attached to new gear, gate. Password, pass. Portal. Poster. Postern gate, yes, I've heard of a postern. Oh, that helps on my theory. It's a first water, first water. Still no idea what to do down here. Returned lots of cotton. It's shrinking. As much as I like earthwood as an answer, and better than heartwood, I don't see what I'm going to do here. Of hue, ho. Let's see, maybe something else come up. I said quiet, didn't I? Quiet, I think it's right. Silent is okay. Clear with agreement. No. So it's clear with agreement is just maybe there's no no discussion to be had. No tra. If that was right, I'd think that R goes there. No. Republican Broadcasting Company, or is it Fox? Could it be Fox? Is that allowed? Network, that is. Why? Not sure. Network, let's have a look at that. Network is a broadcasting company. Republicans are. OK is that, and clear with clear, yep, okay. Network. It is. Foolish person in school mess. What's that? Idiot. What do I think? Transport. I don't really like transport because I can't see what the wordplay is if it's. But to changes to transport, so I think transfer, transcribe, crib. Transcribe doesn't fit. If that was no, foolish person in school mess. Homework, can't be work again, can it? Could be folk. Foolish person could be a wonk. It's really frustrating not to be able to get this one really. Upright piano. In bash, turning note, ruined. I mean, no wonder I can't get it because it's just a weird kind of clue, really. I'm going to put that back to Heartwood because basically I don't think we can do anything else with that the there. If that's an H. School mess, SCH. Schlock. I think school is SCH, mess is first person is a schlock. I mean, you get schlock horror, but I don't think lock is a mess. But lock would fit with that being port. Right, what have we got here? Turning note ruined. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la. Do, re, mi, fa, so. So, la. In bash, tuning note ruined. Is there a particular note for tuning that I don't know about? Quite possibly. Grappos, glam. Lamp. Lamp is to bash, isn't it? Lamp. If that was lamp, then what's it doing in, well, bash. Turning note. Lamp-ish, I would think that would be, but no idea how I'm getting there really. I don't think that can be clampish. School mess. Mess is a. Oh. I will avoid describing original server as excellent. What can this be? Original server. So look at this. If you see people attending university, American uni, fancy. Transmute. Mute. There we are, transmute. Okay. And that begins to look like race. Schmuck. Okay. Schmuck is a good word. If that's American university. Because people are a race. American university would have to be AU. Just have to be that one. U. Doesn't have to be an I. Abandoning chapter. One not quoted would be unsaid, unread, I mean, is that of or is it on? On the excellent, on the best. Original is first normally. I'm going to just chuck some bits in because I've already united. Might that be united? Chapter uncited. Yes, one is united. There you go. I'm going to go with first. Of the first, water, waiter. First order, I would have thought I said. That should be. But I can't see what to do there if that weren't Fort Worth. Of the first order, but is Fort Worth in America? Maybe not. Fort. Sure it is. If that was order. Order. Return lots of it's shrinking. Texas City. Accommodating couples runs this. As soon as you get runs this, you do begin to think it has to be Fort Worth. I can't remember if Fort Worth is there or it's just some place in Scotland. I can't think of. Server doesn't feel like a word for order though, so I'm going to go Worth, and I'm going to go water. Not on of the first water. Doesn't really make sense. But I'm thinking first waiter. Excellent. I think of the first order is excellent, but I just can't see what goes in. Well, let's do that again then, because I didn't really like. One thing I didn't like was, let's put over there. That must be TH. Accommodating is it just for? I'm agreeing with you. Accommodating. No, I can't really get past the fact that the wordplay sends me to being Fort Worth, and I want that to be water, even though I don't think it's waiter. Right, I'm going to put I'm going to bung in Roman there, but I don't think it is. It's shrinking. Timed. Demit. Okay, well I'll make the hour, so I'm going to just put timed in there, and I don't know what this one at the top is. I'm not going to get it. Let's see. Okay, wow. Wow. Okay, so of the first water on there, I've timed. Is that timid then? It's shrinking, yeah, timid. Okay, that's good. This was wrong. Wow. Okay, so I was so close. That's 3. Gatto, I suppose. Gate. People. It must be Gatto, mustn't it? Why is that Gatto? Check. Yep, Gatto. And this one. Well, I said lamp, didn't I? I don't think it's going to be lamp, but let's give it lamp. No. No returning. I don't want this. I'm going to reveal it. Goalpost. What? Okay, that going up right. Right, let's have a look at the puzzle then, see if I can work out what's going on here. So that's pretty good. 3 wrong. 3 I needed help with a couple of biffs. Right, goalpost. Well, an upright is a goalpost on a football pitch. Piano's a P. A bash. Hang on. Turning note ruined. Goalpost. Goal-ost. I think turning note is so, as I said. So that leaves me go ALT. Solar. Got. Bash. Got. Ghost. Yeah, not sure about that one. Okay. A fight is combat. We've got the doctor as an MB. Going in film. Film as a coat. Chap is male. Hugging last as syrup, which is the P from syrup. And you get maple syrup. Heartwood apparently is a hard material, which is an anagram of too hard we. And fancy is your anagram indicator. Schools silent is trains for schools, and mute is silent, but dismiss the I for current, which is scientific notation, and to change is to transmute. Get rid of is to expel. Devious character is an eel, seen around X for times, so think of your multiplication tables, and P for page. Clear, so the amount of money you clear after tax is your net. W for with, and OK as agreement. Adopting R for Republican gives you a network, which is a broadcasting company. We got here 1 not quoted. Okay, 1 is just United. We are 1 on this, and not quoted is uncited, but abandoning Steve chapter. Fussed vaguely is faffed, I think. Satisfy is fed. To be welcoming, A is in the clue, and a pair of females, 2 Fs. We have a postern gate here, and an advertisement possibly as a poster attached to N for new. Dark changes enveloping area, so we need to put an A into an anagram of dark, which gives us Dakar, the African city, which I think is the capital of Senegal. Changes is your anagram indicator. Texas City, Fort Worth. Accommodating, you're for something, you're accommodating it. Fair enough. Couples is 2. R for runs, cricket notation, and not half of this is take the IS off to give it that. Tornadoes, which must be some kind of beefy soup or food, which is an anagram of a new torso. Rippling is your anagram indicator. Right, its shrinking is timid. Someone who shrinks back is timid. Lots of cotton. Demit. I don't know what that word would be, but I assume it's take off a letter from demit. dim it, which would be something to do with cotton. Don't know that. Excessive is not good is rotten. That's the definition. Excessive energy is OTT for over the top. E for energy going in. Sailors who are the Royal Navy. A wind player is a clarinet. I'm just looking at. I'm suddenly just going. Really? Well, the clarinet is it a wind player? It's a wind instrument. The person who plays it is a clarinetist, surely. Wind player anyway is clarinet, I guess. At home is in, going into claret for a type of wine. So that's the cross clues. On the downs we've got, well, the answer is gemstone, which is a precious item. Understand is to get, G-E-T. Individual is one, and secure manuscript, MS is abbreviation for manuscript, fairly standard. Brightest star, so Alpha Centauri is the brightest star near us. I don't know if that's to do with actual stars or whether we're looking at celebrities and somehow, they're the alpha males or something. Not sure. I think it's to do with Alpha Centauri. Heads for home is home abruptly is the HA, and they're going after A LP. So LP is a recording long player back in the day. Public meeting to urge diet. A public meeting is a press conference, and to urge is to press. Conference, conference is diet. Not familiar with that really. Foolish person is a schmuck. School is SCH, and muck is mess. Okay, I don't know what this phrase is really. Excellent means of the first water, and I think describing is of the. Original is first, and a waiter is a server, but take the I out of that. I think that's how it works. And again, this one, I'm really not sure, guys. Lives in this place. Well, this place is here. Lives in is bios. I don't really understand that bit. P for power, retaining P for power, bios. And where life exists in the biosphere, that's fair enough. Lives in bios. Lives, biographies. Okay, biographies here in this place. This place is here, and P for power. To saunter is to toddle. So saunter is to toddle. Yeah, we've got 2 in the clue. End of road is a D, and then idle is to do nothing, but take the I for 1 out, or 1 for I. Right, what's going on here? People attending American University. Fancy food at the Sorbonne. Well, fancy French food. I think Sorbonne is being used as French food, so fancy food is a gâteau. People. Gate. Is that about the number of people who walk into your stadium when you're playing football? What's the gate receipt? I think it must be A for American and U for University. To pursue is to track, and clubs, perhaps. Clubs are an example of a suit in cards, and training gear is your tracksuit. Working is on. To death is an anagram of the dot, but this second working is your anagram indicator, but we want to take out the hint of alleviation, so take out the A from to death, and exactly is on the dot. Welshman, Daffyd, which I think is just the equivalent of David as a name. Finally, losing heart, so FY, lose all the letters in the middle of finally. Accommodated by father, which is dad, D-A-D, and then daughter is another D on the end. A mate is a pal, with shipping means carrying, I suppose. An anagram of oars, so R-A-S-O. Drifting is your anagram indicator, and a shade is a parasol. Rubbish suggestion mostly. So got rubbish is rot. A suggestion is an idea. Take the A off because it's most of the suggestion. Put that upwards, thrown up, gives you a computer program, which is an editor. And this one, well, another city is Roma, novel of Paris, and of another city. Roman. Roman Paris, is that a person or something? I don't know. Novel of Paris. Roma. I don't know how that works really, if I'm honest. It was a bit of a guessy biff at the end, wasn't it? I don't know if it's a particular book that's about Paris and Rome. Don't know if Roma. No, can't help you on that one. So there you go, quite a tough one to pass actually. So yeah, hour spent on it, 3 needing correction, a couple of guesses in there. Quite pleased with that really. Thanks for watching.